on in KZN, EFF leader Julius Malema said to speak to supporters at King Zwelithini Stadium in Umlazi during the party's National Youth Day rally there. That event is part of the EFF's efforts to boost its support in the province ahead of next year's local government elections. Watching that leg of the big story is senior SABC News reporter Samkele Maseko, who joins us now live from the stadium itself, which Samkele has filled up quite rapidly over the past couple of minutes.
Indeed, and the stadium is filling up here at King Zwelithini Stadium. Scores of EFF members are now gathered on the grandstand. Others are gathered on the adjacent of the stand here at the King Zwelithini Stadium, where the EFF leader Julius Malema will address these members and supporters of the economic freedom fighters, particularly after that disastrous electoral outcome that the party faced. They are trying to regain lost ground. You saw them constituting the provincial command team, the PCT of KwaZulu-Natal, adding and removing Nkululeko Ngubane, the provincial secretary, bringing in Vukani Ndlovu, the former provincial chairperson, CCT member, to become the provincial secretary of the economic freedom fighters here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. Earlier on, I did engage with the secretary general of the party, Marshal Dlamini, who said that they are trying to bring back all the forces of the economic freedom fighters in the province of KwaZulu-Natal to try and regain lost ground. We are going to speak to him in a few seconds from now. He will try and walk up from that particular point, but he was trying to sort out logistical issues of this particular rally, where they had some issues trying to get those particular buses that are ferrying members of the economic freedom fighters to this particular rally. We are going to walk down to him to try and engage with him. I'm just going to help my colleague here, Thabo Mtweni, as we move down these particular stairs. And it is a very important rally for the economic freedom fighters as they try and regain lost ground in this province of KwaZulu-Natal, where the MK party made strong inroads during the 2024 general elections in the country, taking a majority of the support away from the economic freedom fighters within this particular province. And it has been a thorn in the life of the economic freedom fighters to try and regain that lost ground. It has not yet yielded the positive results that they had wanted. They've also had to relook at a number of structures, not only within this province, everywhere else, but they are trying to make those particular interventions to try and regain that particular lost ground within this province. Whether it will yield any positive results, that will be seen over a period of time. You are seeing the numbers here. They are trying to bring these particular scores of members, supporters who vote for the economic freedom fighters from the Durban University of Technology, Mangosuthu University of Technology, UKZN, and other TVET colleges around these particular areas of Durban, but also ordinary community members. Sibalkulu, just the essence of having this rally here in this province of KwaZulu-Natal as you are trying to regain lost ground.
Yeah, look, KwaZulu-Natal, it's a home of the EFF. No one will ever move us out of this province. We lost some ground last year, 2024 elections, but we are back here. Our province is structured. We've managed to put additional capacity in the provincial command team, and this is one of the first programs that we're hosting here in Umlazi, in the township, with our township people, with communities, to demonstrate that the EFF it belongs here and will always remain in the province of KwaZulu-Natal.
What will be the key pillar for the EFF to try and regain that lost ground that you lost in the May elections in 2024 in the province of KwaZulu-Natal?
Look, we're building structures. What we have done now is that part of the diagnosis we did here is that some of our branches were existing in specific VDs. Now, part of the guidelines as well relaunching branches is that all structures, they must have structures in the VDs, VD coordinating committees. So that is already giving us the vast ground, also representation in all the VDs here in KZN, on all the 901 wards. So we are slowly building, taking our own time, but making sure now that we build with quality membership and quality leaders, the youth command also. here, as you know, that the constituency of the EFF, it's a youth constituency. It was only concentrated in the institutions of higher learning and campuses. Now the youth command is launching branches at a ward level in communities, because youth activism, it must find expression in our communities, in our townships, in our villages and everywhere. So we're building slowly, but we're building correctly.
When you speak about building slowly, looking at the recent outcomes of the by-elections that have been held in the province, have you been pleased with the performance of the EFF thus far, or you still feel as if you are still not hitting at the right capacity that you'd want this EFF engine to be at?
No. In the by-elections, we are not there yet. But we want to first build branches, because the only time, because what we don't want to do is to do a roving crowd. Because we have seen that if you just concentrate on one by-elections and then you keep moving with a roving voter base, we've seen what it has done to other parties, that when it comes to national elections, where now all those wards, they must go to elections on the same day. That's why you are found wanting. If you look at the parties, even towards 2024, here in KZN, that were winning all by-elections decisively. On the 29th of May 2024, they were found wanting. They are still smaller than us. So that way of approaching by-elections, it's incorrect. We're taking our own time so that those that are going to vote and respond in a specific ward are people from that ward. They are solid. They are from in those communities, in those VDs. There's no roving voter base because of obsession of by-elections. So we're running our own program, and that's where we're focused on.
The key message of the president of the EFF, what will it be today?
Look, he's going to speak to the young people. We know that the levels of unemployment with the young people, I think even the ruling GNU has given up on the young people. He's going to be speaking to them, giving them the history of where we come from as young people, but also to say there must be clear, decisive investment on the young, because they become the future of every country. If they are neglected, then you must know that country is a doomed nation. So he's going to be speaking and touching on all those bases, the issues of GBV, the issues of this failing and collapse GNU, the issues that have not changed even here in the province. The infrastructure has collapsed. As you can see that with a little bit of rain, everything comes to a standstill. So he's going to talk to those issues. Obviously, he's going to touch on the issues of geopolitics as well, of what is happening all over the world. So it's a full package message, as always, from the Commander-in-Chief.
I see that Mr. Miyagi and the Karate Kid student are back together hugging one another. That would be Mbalula and Julius Malema. What is cooking there?
No, we're running our own program. You know, the ANC, they chose racists and whites to take them to the GNU. Those President and Mbalula, they've got a relationship, but we know where Mbalula stands when it comes to the EFF. He is the first one who's leading the charge of making sure that we're not part of that GNU and everything. So there's nothing that you must think beyond of that picture. We are focusing on building the EFF, because only the EFF will resolve issues, not through any other arrangement that we know that deep down those people are jealous of the EFF.
You want to be part of that GNU?
We said we're part of the GNU without the racist, without the grandsons of Verwoerd, and those that wants the status quo to remain. That is an apartheid capitalist system that is running this country. Once the DA is out, Freedom Front Plus is out, Mbalula must call us.
Thank you very much, Sibalkhulu. That is the Secretary General of the Economic Freedom Fighters, saying that it will be a multi-pronged full package by the leader of the EFF, speaking on geopolitics, particularly that war that is erupting between Israel and Iran. It will look into the geopolitics of the United States of America, of President Donald Trump, the recent trip of President Ramaphosa to the States. It will also look at the various multinational institutions that are there globally, but also touching on domestic issues of young people within South Africa.